Woo-wee. Stick around and see just how bad this fuel system turns out to be. Welcome back to another episode of Gordon's Garage. This is going to be episode 2 of the F100. In the previous episode, you probably saw me got to start the engine and stuff. We're going to go a little further now, and we're going to try to get a little more to where we can get it on the road. So, 1, tires. We got to get tires. 2, we got to get the tank out, clean it, do something with that so we can get good fuel going, and some other little odd and ends. So, hang on tight and let's see what we can get done. Now all the hard part's done. All the lug nuts broke loose, and now I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this thing in the air on 4 jack stands so I can take these wheels completely off for a while. Man, take a look at that. It's all up on jack stands. All right, so taking it up front here. I want to take a view from the front, and let's spin you around. Take a look at that. Yeah, we got it up in the air, good. Okay, so the next thing I think I'm going to work on is going to be interior. Interior needs a lot of work. I haven't even touched it. I've got a lot of glass in here to clean out. It looks like it's got a cover. I'm going to take that cover off and get the rest of the glass out. Let's see. This is one thing that really I want, is this is all fogged over, all of them. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that out. It's not part of the original plan, but I want to see what shape that glass is in. I'm going to see if I can't clean it up, maybe. If not, maybe I can cut a new piece. We'll see. But yeah, for right now, let's get that out and let's do something with this seat and all this glass. It's time for the shop vac. Okay, found this old armrest on the passenger side, but it belongs to the driver's door, so it's filthy. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to try to see if I can find another screw and see if we can get this on the driver's door so we can shut the door. So let's just load this thing up with some window, yeah. Something's got to work. Oh yeah. All right, much better. This is coming out the back side. I want it to go back out the front side. Ooh, that's gonna be a chore. Okay, you're gonna have to forgive me. I'm doing some of this off camera because I really don't know what I'm doing. I've never messed with Ford clips or how the door handle works, and I actually got this taken out. It wasn't working, and now it actually works. It just needed to be reorganized. So I have 3 holes, 2 here, 1 here. These clips are in, and I'm gonna decide to put 1 here and here because that's the closest to where the handle is when you slam the door shut. So let's try that. Yeah, I still don't know what I'm doing. Oh, well, there it goes. Now I just need 2 screws and put this thing back together. I don't know if y'all Eagle Eye viewers noticed, but whenever I showed y'all this dash just a second ago, I actually had this instrument cluster here on upside down. So the speedometer was upside down in the bottom. Yeah, I corrected all that. It's good now. It's good now. I have to get up in here. Again, I have to be careful. The truck is up on jack stands. And I gotta see where this goes. Right there. Okay, we can actually see our gauges now. I feel a little better. Alright, so the brake pedal has nothing. Earlier I got in the truck and I actually stepped on it and it gave me some resistance. It kind of popped and just went straight to the floor. So I want to think that the master cylinder needs some work. If not, it needs to at least be taken apart to see if I can fix it or replaced. Those connections are really rusted, so I'm not going to be able to get to this today. What I am going to do is spray some WD-40 on it and wait for tomorrow. I know we'll probably have to clean out this gas tank, but just in case we don't have to, don't want to tear all this stuff out. So I started taking the bench seat. I started WD-40 on all the bolts, WD-40 on the bolts on the tank. I'm getting it ready to where I can take it out. I thought I've loosened off this vent hose. This is the sending unit. This tells me how much gas is in the tank. I'm going to take these 5 bolts out and pull this out and see if I can take a look in there and see what kind of condition inside that tank is. Are you ready for this? I'm gonna tell you, that is not bad. I'm not scared of that at all. I'm gonna do my best to get a flashlight in there and let me see what's going around. Man, it's not bad. It was pretty low on gas whenever they parked it, so whatever sludge is in there is in the very bottom. I'm really interested in this pickup tube and see what the end of it looks like. Okay, it's the next day here and we're going to go ahead and get this thing off. Let's see. So just like that, we got that out. Had to take it apart from the inside because yeah, it's being difficult. So let's take this to the bench and see if we can work on it. Okay, I haven't done this in a while. Let's see what the sunrise looks like. Okay, I've never taken one of these apart, so we're both going to learn today. I thought this just came straight out. I don't know why. Seems to be a little ring in here. I'd like for it to come out. It looks like it needs some WD-40 and a little bit of time. For this master cylinder, I can't get the back end apart, but as I'm playing with it and pushing that thing back in and out, it's kind of working. It's spitting stuff in and out. It's kind of, I think it's okay. I think it was just dry, so maybe I should have checked that first. Who knows? I gotta get this thing back in anyways. But I went ahead and took off the master cylinder for the brakes because I pumped it without the 2 lines hooked up and it wasn't putting anything out. So the plunger and the bore inside there was so rusted and pitted. This goes in there too. That, sorry, that goes the other way. it wasn't working. So I probably need to get a new one of those, and I took the alternator out. That was a bear. It took 2 people. The bolt that goes through this piece here, it was locked up in this aluminum, and I got it out, but man, it took everything we had. So there's those 2. Now I'm going to put on my face shield and my gloves and take a wire brush and get underneath there and get to the threads so I can clean those off instead of trying to pull all the dirt and junk up through the bolt when I'm removing these seats. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to leave that in there for about a week. I'm just going to let it set. But the other thing I do want to try and play with is the fuel line going from the gas tank over to the engine compartment. So let me set up a couple stuff and let's see what we can find to, yeah. I might have to get some hoses. We're going to get this done. Comes out right here. I want to make sure that's free flowing, so I'm going to get a hose on that to go down. Probably that hose right there. Put it in a drip pan, and yeah, I'll go from the inside of the cab and spray something down the line. Let's see how that works. Maybe we'll just pour gas down it. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I have a hose attached to the fuel line. Right, it's coming out the back window there, and I'm going to use a bottle of gasoline and I'm going to put it down the hose, and it should come right out here. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we have us a little puddle under the truck. Okay, we're going to try this again. So I cleared out that back hose and I got it all connected back together with some new hose, and now we just got to see if it flows all the way through to that pan there. Okay, so I think that's going to kind of wrap up this episode. I'm going to have to recruit some help to do the brakes, because you know how you got to pump the brake and you got to do some kind of stuff like that. It's a two-man job. I'm going to let this sit for a few days, and then when I come back, I'm going to take this thing right here, stick it down in that tank. We're just going to slosh it around, let it help break it loose. Think about it now. Maybe I'll throw it in there now, slosh it around a little bit. Maybe it'll help break some stuff loose and get a little deeper by the time I get back. Then I'll have to clean this thing out by dumping it all out and doing all that good stuff. Really wash it out good. So that's going to be next week. Brakes next week. hopefully around that time we'll get the radiator back and tires. Keep our fingers crossed. As far as that fuel line, man, I have no doubt. I've looked inside here and I know where the line goes. It runs right down to here, it stops. So that's real easy to make sure it's cleaned out. So I'm gonna double check that real quick. And other than that, clean this thing out, put it back in. And we've got a fuel line, we've got a fuel system. I'm gonna have it all plumbed up, ready to go, straight off the fuel pump. And we've got a new battery in there. Man, getting close. Probably the next episode, I will try and wrap everything up and get it to where it drives on its own. Keep our fingers crossed the clutch is good. Anyways, yeah, let's wrap this up. And y'all have a good weekend.